Hi, welcome back to electrictv.net. Thanks for the click today. We're in Hutchinson, Minnesota at the tape manufacturing headquarters of 3M. Why? Well, the NJATC, the NECA IBEW team's official training arm, has forged a new partnership with 3M to make sure that tomorrow's electricians are as trained and as safe as they need to be. Ask any electrician about what brand of electrical tape is the best in the cold of winter or the sweltering heat of summer, and the answer you're likely to hear is the word Scotch, and a product number like 33 Plus or 88. 3M manufactures these Scotch brand tapes and discovered this unprecedented level of brand loyalty beyond what they already knew through a series of focus groups. And rather than riding that wave now without a concern for the future, they realized they had to redouble their outreach efforts and return the favor to the industry. 3M's plan begins with a new sponsorship with the NJATC at their platinum level designation, the best electrical training organization in the country.
We see a huge value in the training partners in that nobody knows their product better than they know them. We know a way to use a product, but we want to make sure that we represent the manufacturer's products in the best possible light.
This means that coast to coast in the NECA IBEW team's 285 local training centers, nearly 40,000 union electrical apprentices are using 3M products while getting the best hands-on learning and instruction in the world.
If an apprentice learns with 33, the chances are that when they're making the purchasing decisions, they're going to purchase 33 on their jobs. So the training partners see a lot of value in working with us to that end. And we get the value in that in the educational value in showing the applications of that particular product.
We've been thinking about ways to help educate the future generation of electricians for some time. And this is such a natural opportunity for us because there's no other place you can go really to get that sort of initial introduction to the next generation of electricians. 3M has the opportunity to do some training with the electricians, teach some classes. We're going to be providing a lot of materials, whether that's electrical tape or wire connectors, medium voltage splices and terminations, all different types of products to really give the students a chance to learn with hands-on applications or learning opportunities.
Those massive, colorful rolls you see behind Mr. Blair are jumbos of vinyl film, ready to be coated with adhesive and then wound and slit into smaller rolls and shipped out to customers, including the NECA IBEW team's training centers. And we're here today to see how it's made.
I think people see a roll of black electrical tape or colored electrical tape and they just say, it's a roll of tape. But there's a lot of science that goes into it, and there's a lot of technology that 3M's been building over 65 years in order to make the tape that the electricians prefer. And so to have the chance and the ability to show people what goes into the process and why it's special, why it's different, is an opportunity that we really wanted to put out there.
This electric TV version of how it's made begins here in the mill, where the adhesive is manufactured. An elevated mixer heats up different rubber compounds to a specified temperature. Once reached, it drops the rubber onto the mill. The operator cuts the rubber compound into pieces called pigs, which get transported here, the second step in the adhesive manufacturing process. A highly secretive and proprietary process prohibited our cameras from filming this step, but essentially, the pigs are mixed with other top-secret ingredients, which make up 3M's adhesive recipe. The liquid adhesive is then pumped into a storage tank and held for application on the vinyl tape backing.
I think there are some pretty precarious projects out in the field, out in the weather and the elements, and I think having a quality tape that you can depend on and not have to worry about, or you get up onto a project in that precarious position and you have to go down and get another roll of tape, I think that would be the worst.
The second step, the production of the tape film backing, begins as raw materials are mixed together, extruded, heated, and fed through a die, creating a long, singular vinyl rope. The hot vinyl is fed down onto a series of rotating calendar rolls, which heat and then flatten into a thin sheet of vinyl, which will become the tape backing. It's cooled over a second set of rolls and wound onto jumbos, which will be transported to the third stage of the manufacturing process, coating. The jumbo from the prior step is moved to an adhesive coater and unwound. The thin vinyl backing material is then coated with a primer. The adhesive material made earlier is pumped from its storage tank and coated on the same side as the primer. It then goes into a long oven to cure, and once baked, it's wound back onto a second jumbo. This is now manufactured tape. These jumbos are then transported here for storage. And as you can see, black isn't the only color.
Over the many years that we've made the tape, what we've learned is important in the application for safety, for performance, and for the applicant, the electrician using it. Those different criteria are what we continue to build into the tape, and we test for it. And we try to do everything we can to make sure each roll that goes out there is going to meet the specifications that really the customers have written for us.
Before it's packaged, the quality testing process includes a stretch test called a tensile test. After it passes, an electrical charge test is performed called dielectric testing. And last but certainly not least, they need to ensure that it sticks to their high specifications. It's done in a cold room to mimic the harsh conditions the tape will be called on out in the field. These long and thin tubes are then mechanically cut, quality control checked, loaded into their plastic cases with individual labels, and boxed for delivery. From start to finish, there's so many things to like about this story and 3M as a company, not the least of which is their professional electrical tape, but also their commitment to Made in America values, quality craftsmanship, all things that align with the NECA IBEW team. Thanks for tuning in to electrictv.net. See you next time.